Hi there. Here's an update from Man of Truth on Monday, December 10th, 2007. I'm aware that a lot of people are focused on the Fed, but I want to talk about something much larger than the Fed. And actually, let's start off with Genesis chapter 1. Nowadays, it seems God and His Son, Jesus Christ, His literal Son, Jesus Christ, there's a lot of misunderstanding. So I thought we'd go back to the beginning. And if we start right, we can stay right. So I understand that this will be controversial. This message is for those that are truth seekers, and we're going to cut to the chase and get to the truth as incisively, correctly, and quickly as possible. So why not start with Genesis chapter 1. And this will be food for thought. I'll shoot some more video a little bit later and stream it tonight. Genesis chapter 1. Verse 26. I have, 4 or 5 or 6 versions of the Bible, so I'm using the King James with no apologies. 26. And God said, "Let us make man in our image." Think about that one. Our image. So God's not by himself, obviously. And you can look into the Greek translations, whatever you want, and I think the deeper you look into this and original sources, you'll find out that King James is probably the closest to a correct translation. Or if you get into the Dead Sea Scrolls, it's also very interesting to do that. Let us make man in our image, after our likeness, and let them have dominion over the fishes of the sea, over the fowl of the air, and over the cattle, and over all the earth, and over every creeping thing that creepeth upon the earth. Man is to have dominion over the creatures. So God created man in his own image. In the image of God created he him. Male and female created he them. Let's read 27 again, okay? So God created man in his own image. In the image of God created he him. Male and female created he them. Let's ponder that one a little bit. So there's God in the plural, and there's a female there. It should be pretty logical. To me it just rings true. I don't see why it's so difficult to understand if God has children that there's going to be a male and a female part to God. And indeed, this would signify an incredible unity between male and female. So, I guess what I would like to convey, that those that have ears to hear, those that want to know the truth, ponder this. And yes, you can even ask God. In fact, I was having some trouble sleeping last night, and I thought about what to talk about. It's economics. But the ultimate economic system is coming up soon. And it'll be ushered in after the second coming of Jesus Christ. And we'll have a wonderful economy down here. But it won't be a system managed by the Federal Reserve or the politicians that we currently have. It'll be managed by Jesus Christ himself. It'll be sharing, it'll be beautiful and wonderful, and that's what's to look forward to. We do have to go through some bad stuff before that happens, but that's part of the cleansing process. The old economy will die, and there'll be a new one rise up. Obviously, there'll be competitive frauds to that new economy of Jesus Christ, and so the key thing now is to discern which economy is a true economy. But if a person is unable to even know who God is or understand Christ, then it's going to be difficult and very easy to be deceived. So I would just suggest this reading. I mean, I have thousands of books. I would suggest that somebody start off with the Bible and read Genesis chapter 1, verse 27, 26 and 27, and ponder it. Think about it. I was reading some scientific things about Dr. Drake and other people that say, yeah, there's absolute certainty mathematically that there's other life within our galaxy, within the known universe, and onward and onward. And, I kind of have to say, duh, obviously. And it's interesting how scientists, they feel like they're really intelligent and certain, but if they would get into ancient Egyptian knowledge, these things have been known for thousands of years, and those that will search ancient texts can put all the pieces together. And it's fun to put the pieces together. But it shouldn't be any surprise that there's life on other planets. I'll end this segment with this. Let's say that, well, I'm looking right now at a device here. A device, Apple iPhone, okay? Very cool device. It's pretty amazing, okay? Apple iPhone. But I think that if I would have shown this to somebody 40 years ago and said, look, it plays records, you can talk on the phone with it, you can watch movies, you can keep a list of all your friends, and you can look at the weather anywhere in the world. In fact, you can watch video clips of just about anything in the world almost instantaneously. People would think I was crazy. They'd say, you're nuts. There's no way. A telephone is a big thing. It has to have a landline. A record player is made out, plays vinyl discs. There's no way you could even fit one album in something like that. And then to say that that would also get weather and show movies, you're insane. And there'd be people that would get upset if I would have whipped this out 35 years ago. But now people see it, and there'll be devices a lot more advanced than this soon. So I think people should reserve judgment on something that seems fantastic or phenomenal. Because when you move ahead into the future, it'll seem logical, reasonable, scientific, and cool. And I think it's somewhat the same with the things of God. We'll understand more and more, and when Jesus comes down here, we'll say, okay, that makes sense, I understand God. Of course, God, is part male and female. Of course, and in the first chapter in Genesis will make sense. And I would just suggest that those that are truth seekers ponder that one. Read it, ponder it, and ask God. Like I said, I said a prayer last night, and you get thoughts. Thoughts will come into your mind, ways to go. If you really want to do the right thing, God will talk to you. There's no question about it. He will. I want to give my witness to that. I want to give my witness that the Bible is a great book. Of course, it's not fully translated correctly. There's plenty of mistakes in it. It's a compilation of books. And but I love it when God talks to people on earth. And so I have a chance to read the Bible or other scriptures, Book of Mormon, Pearl of Great Price, Doctrine and Covenants, ancient texts, the Dead Sea Scrolls. I'm going to take advantage of that. I don't care what church it comes from. I'm going to take advantage if there's a possibility that something actually came from God. I'm going to take advantage of that thing, of that source of knowledge. So that's my message so far today. I'll get a little bit more and stream it by tonight. Been really busy. I love all of you, even my enemies. And thanks for watching and posting. Please, let's stay in touch. Let's stay in touch. More to come. Adios, amigos. Ciao.